Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you had a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from the Jaguar community and the Christenberry Fieldhouse staff here in Augusta, Georgia at Christenberry Fieldhouse. And with that being said, what a better way to wrap up 2016 than a women's basketball game. Yes, a women's basketball game here at Christenberry Fieldhouse on the 30th, where the Augusta Jaguars will be going toe-to-toe against Fayetteville State Broncos. Now, the Augusta Jaguars, since we last left you at Benedict, wiped the floor with Benedict in a close affair, edging out Benedict in a 73-68 win on December the 11th. Now, since that point, the Jaguars have been on a two-game consecutive losing skid, losing their first of the two on December 16th at North Georgia in a 10-point 73-63 losing affair, and then a barn burner excruciating loss on the 19th at Columbus State 98-62. Also, we have a little bit of news to report to you as well. The Jaguars have regained a phenomenal three-point beyond the arc shooter in Josh Belcher. It's the first time we mentioned her this year, but she has been out for the Jags, and she is returning back for her first home game tonight. Let's see how the chemistry is for the Jags is with her in the lineup, with it being her first home game. Now, she came back during that two-game road affair, but hopefully the chemistry will be just like it has been in the past with the Benedict, Coker, Clark Atlanta, and Fort Valley State games that the Jaguars have played. Also, the Fayetteville State Broncos shoot into today's game with a 2-8 record. Now, they're about 6 games under 500, but I was watching them warm up, and they are extremely quick. So let's see how that ventures in today's ball game, and may match up good with the quickness of the Jaguars. And also, a little bit of news as well. Ashley Outler, and we will be right back with more on Ashley Outler after the national anthem. Thank you for holding on, and as we return to you, we first brought word to you about Ashley Outler. Now, she is out for today's ball game, and she might be out for an extended period of time. Not just this ball game. I'll hopefully receive word later on, but it may be due to some academic standings. But Jocelyn Belcher is back for the Jaguars, looking to continue that accurate three-point shooting that Ashley Outler had contributed during her starting role for the Jaguars. So hopefully the chemistry for the Jaguars is still there, and Fayetteville State will have a tedious task ahead of them, as the starting lineups for Fayetteville State look like this. Tasha Clark in at the point. Brianna Jones is at the starting guard. Chantel Bennett for the Broncos is at the point. Chinwendu Madegbunam is also at forward. And guarding the center position is Yakima Clifton. And for the Jags, the starting lineup may look a little bit different. The addition of Sonara Pitt at the starting guard position. Kayla Lovett anchors in the point, as well as Tavia Sykes is getting a well-deserved start in the forward position. Brianna O'Connor is in there as well. And also anchoring in the Augusta Jaguar lineup is Brianna Middleton. Now, as we mentioned beforehand, coming into this ball game, the Jaguars look to rebound off of a 2 consecutive game losing streak throughout the month of December with 2 road games. One at North Georgia, which they lost by 10 on the 16th, and they also played a game at Columbus State, which they got wiped away on the floor, 98-62. Let's hope and pray, if you're a Jaguars fan, that the Jaguars can rebound. As we venture in for the tip-off that goes into the Broncos' favor. They now have the ball. Nice bounce pass to the interior for the Broncos. Swing it back out to the perimeter. Looking to go inside. Phenomenal defense. And Brianna O'Connor, as she has done all year, tried to anticipate the ball and tried to steal, but the Broncos saw it coming, scooped the pass up really quickly, and they just drained a 2-point 12-footer, and they now lead 2-0. Remember, folks, the women's game is a little bit different than the men's game in the sense that the time rules are a little bit different. The women play 4 10-minute periods, and the fouls are the max of 5 before you go into the bonus. Now, the men play 2 20-minute halves, so there's a little bit of difference there, but it's still the same intensity of play. And oh my goodness, the Fayetteville Broncos had some phenomenal passing around the perimeter and just launched a 3-point shot and drained it. Now the Jaguars on the dish out to the free throw line, running it back to the perimeter. Kayla Lovett now has the basketball, and she drives, trying to penetrate the defense of the Broncos. They rebound on the defensive side, right side, fairly well, but failed to see the open lane on the left side, and that's where Kayla Lovett drove and took advantage of an open opportunity for Jaguars 2 points, and they're only down by 1 with the opportunity to tie this ball game up if Kayla makes this +1, and that she sinks that one in. So that's a tie ball game as the Broncos are looking to take charge in this ball game, but Sonara Pitt trying to break up the drive, and they get through that, but then they cause some controversy, and the Jaguars steal the basketball with the quick hands. Tough shot there from the Jaguars. Did not take the time to set up that shot really well, and they missed that opportunity. But the Broncos come right back, throwing it down the court, and now trying to set up their offense, driving down the lane, and they connect with a 2-point shot that takes them in the lead by 2, 7-5. Sonara Pitt has the ball for the Jaguars, dishes it off. Kayla Lovett bounces it, tries to get it to Sonara Pitt, but bounces it off a Bronco defender, and that could have spelled disaster for the Jags right there, but they recover. But the anticipation goes both ways as the Broncos and Yakima Clifton anticipates that pass and steals it away for the Broncos, but they cannot capitalize on the other end, on the offensive side of the board. Now Kayla Lovett shoots right back in there. An assist to Sonara Pitt, but that assist does not prove to be fruitful as Sonara Pitt overshoots the basketball, and both the points and the assist does not count, and now will allow for the Broncos to reset their offense, and it also gives Nate Teemer, the Jaguars head coach, who is in his 7th year operating the Jags women's basketball team, gives him a chance to reset his defense, and phenomenal discipline right there by the Jags, but even better discipline not to commit a charge there for the Broncos, and they connect with 2. And on the other side, the Jaguars respond with a 2 of their own. So put the Jags only down by 2 points here within the first 4 minutes of the ball game. There again, the absolute quickness of the Jaguars' hands, which they have been exhibiting all year long, gives them an opportunity on defense to convert on offense, and that's what you just saw right there with the Jaguars knotting this thing up, deadlocking the score at 9 even. Ball control is a must when you're dealing with a team that has quick hands like the Jaguars, and they almost capitalized on another stolen opportunity there, but Broncos recover. They calm down, settle down, pass it down into the interior underneath the basketball. Great shot opportunity and knocking down the 2. It's 11-9 Broncos. Sonara Pitt, though, tried to pull up on the spot. Was a little bit short on that shot. Abria Harris in the ballgame now. She gets a rebound, cannot convert, and the Broncos now have a little bit of a break going on, but the Jaguars quickly and spryly venture on the other side of the court and stop that fast break opportunity. They're setting on defense, the Jaguars. And a pass that was trying to go into the opposite side of the interior that failed, and the Jaguars will have the ball when we get back after this media timeout. Nate Teemer looking to come out of that timeout with a newly devised strategy to take on the speed and the defensive discipline of the Broncos that the Jaguars have not really seen much of this year. Start with a beautiful screen there from Kayla Lovett to J.J. Williams is now in the ball game. Dish it out, but they cannot connect on the back end with a two-point shot. And now the Broncos look to cushion their lead even further from 2-4 or 2-5 if they can convert with a shot. And that they do, and the cushion shoots back up to 4, 13-9, as a nice runner from the Broncos in a one-hander running down the lane connects for the Broncos. And then Bria Harris tries to battle 3 defenders down low and rush a shot there. Great job battling, but just could not fall through with the shot. And now the Broncos taking a little bit of time, setting their offense the way they want to. An awesome pick right there. And the refs stopped the play as there was a foul committed there, and it looks to be on the Jaguars. It wasn't a shooting foul, so there will be no shots taken as of yet. But the Broncos can reset their plays, reset their offense, and they have 21 seconds on the shot clock to boot. They don't take advantage of it, though, as the Jaguars rebound that missed opportunity for the Broncos. The Bria Harris down the lane, dishing it out smartly to J.J. Williams, coming back with Kayla Lovett with the ball in hand. Belcher gets a shot at the ball. Lovett comes back, drives down the lane with 3 defenders on her, and loses the possession. And Bria Harris, though, smart, quick hands, timely hands, comes away with a steal. She continues with the ball, floats one up, rim rattles one out, and the Broncos escape with no points allowed, and now they have control up the floor and the basketball. Oh, nice underneath pass to Chinwendu there for the easy bucket, but that was a phenomenal assist over 2 Jaguar defenders to connect with that two-point conversion. Just absolutely beautiful basketball there by Fayetteville. And Josh there, she's still trying to get her timing back with the three-point opportunities. As accurate as she was last year, one of the most accurate three-point shooters in the Peach Belt Conference, she's still, with the lack of time that she has been out, still trying to pinpoint that accuracy from game in to game out. It may take her a little while to do it, and as you just saw right there, she has not had that accuracy down pat. She misses a 3, but on the opposite side, Taja Clark with a phenomenal high arcing 3 to bolster this lead even further. Now leading by double digits by 9 points. Doubling the score of the Jaguars, 18-9. And now the Jaguars have the basketball. Jocelyn's dribbling it back. JJ comes back around the perimeter, dishes it back out to Josh. To back out to Mallory Myers now, who dishes inside to Tavia, but stolen away by the Broncos. Fast transitional basketball, does not connect on the first layup, but a nice offensive rebound on the Broncos. Second attempt is good. And it is now 20-9 Broncos ahead of the Jaguars. Tavia Sykes, ill-advised on the shot right there. Cannot connect, or Sonara Pitt, rather, with an ill-advised shot. And the Broncos now have an opportunity with Chinwendu backing down Sonara Pitt and connects with an interior two-pointer. Now the Jaguars here look to stop the bleeding and connect with a basket, but they've got to be able to take more time to set up their shots, create space, and get that accuracy back that they displayed here at Benedict on the 11th. But now the discombobulated Jaguars add to their deficit with it being 24-9 as the first period wraps up, and the Jaguars have some work to do if they look to get back into this ball game. And a fast, absolutely rapid start by the Broncos, jumping out to a massive 13-point lead. The Jaguars look to be the first one to score out of the gate here in the second period. The first period was all Broncos from about the 6-minute mark, tailing in to the second period now, as the refs there call look like an up and down and negate the 2-point basket made by the Jags. And a travel call there and a break for the Jaguars as the Broncos had open court over to the Jaguars side of the court, but could not sustain the possession long enough to get it over there. Folks, we will be back in a second. We are having video difficulty right now, so we will be back in 1 second. Please stay tuned, and we'll catch you back up when we come back. Thank you.